Previously on Standard Stella.
Climbing to heaven with some kind of public. Aristotelian, like a body of writing, as a dispensable ladder to the next plateau of philosophical reflection. Jacob's looking down on me at the height at which he stands. Forearm, grazing, sweat, steep shirt. And tells me he thinks I like him, which I do. And he likes me a lot, but he likes someone else. She's a very nice girl. And why is he so comfortable with always driving drunk? One dominates. One will take the role of the dog. The third witnesses, and then they swap. Flank steak flung to the man in a kennel, who must lick it but cannot chew. Can you take me higher?
Can the playback be a bit higher? I wait before dawn. And through the curtain the forest yawns. Light emerges over my form and through the window. It holds my body. I don't move. And he promises me more. More. This way. This door. This sound. Turn me, through me, throw me away. Away. topos. Ave, ave, ave. Cadences and creeds pull me to my sleep, unborn, unknown, unmoored. Cut. Was that okay, Julia? Oh my god, that's a terrible image. I look like a pumpkin after it becomes a carriage. Each week, there are 5 new episodes of MasterChef Australia, Sunday to Thursday. I love it. I tell my friends, you know, it structures my life. My friends laugh too. It's funny, right? I love the accents. Actually, I'm practicing one now. How does it sound? G'day, mate. I have the distinct advantage of being from there, but it never really helped me become more comprehensible. So I dropped it, my accent, in general. So, MasterChef, it's not that I'm addicted, I simply love it. Watching MasterChef Australia, it reminds me of home. It begins with this Katy Perry song, Hot and Cold. You know, you're hot and you're cold, you're yes and you know, you're in then you're out, you're up, you're down, you're wrong when it's right, it's black and it's white. We fight, we break up, we kiss, we make up. And in this context, there's this charming loose idea of we. It heralds the relationship of fighting to be perceived as a great amateur cook worthy of a media personality, as competition, as a fight, maybe to do with binaries of the struggle to define who that person is and what that person's food tastes like. Obviously, my favorite is Kishwar, Kishi. There's something sacred in how she presents Bengal cuisine. I hate Sabina, Beans, Elise, Tommy. I like Linda, Lindsay, but she's probably gonna get eliminated soon. And hell, I know that the theme song doesn't necessarily mean anything hot and cold, but you know. I mean, to be honest, I don't even cook. I don't really care about food. Watching MasterChef has made me hate ice cream. They're always making interesting ice creams, like, have we got a contender for the new ice cream queen here? Who cares about the silky smooth velvety texture of the churned anglaise, even if it does have stunningly balanced flavors, olive, curry, sardine, lemon, sausage. Well, not sausage really, sausage is on my mind. Ice cream flavored with native ingredients from the spiral-shaped MasterChef garden. I don't care, do you? What even is balanced flavor? I taught myself how to microwave ketamine. Maybe 10 years ago, I was telling people that I ate all my meals microwaved from Pika, you know, the brand. Very glam. But that might have just been a shock tactic. It was, and still is a pleasure to take the stance that the body is trash. Yes, a generalization, not fully meant or felt. Just let me say, you don't have to believe it. Maybe I care a bit about how I treat myself now. We're suspended in time. No one's interested in anything I can say anyway about being high in a tower above all else looking below. I wonder if proposing a fundamental alienation, an objective distance, is at all interesting. Boop, boop, boop. She looked like a pumpkin. She looked like a pumpkin before it becomes a carriage again. I found myself the sugar baby of a countess who loves to photograph with her phone, tripping her finger up to a higher exposure. She's older than I am. She says she's a fan of Francesca Woodman and offers me a punishing course through photo history. Offers me a punishing course through photo history, glorifying and edifying histories, her stories. We're in her apartment in a tower. It's not big, but I can't imagine the objects becoming some endowment or collection. She takes photos with her phone in a version of abandon, of carefree punkness, casuality that I'm into. She obviously knows the power of slipshod imagery. We met the Queen recently. The Countess hosted a dinner. Of course the sugar baby was there. We ordered hors d'oeuvres. Fit for a queen. And whoops, clumsy me. I invested all this importance on this event, and then, you know, I was nervous. I guess I am now too. and I lost a bit of control. I found myself toasting to the spirit of manners as I understood them. Like, you know, pardon, cheers. To pardoning, to the ability to let something move out of potential punishment. And I guess you had to be there to see me exaggerating manners like a jester. I was being provocative. The servants did the serving. I glanced around at the dinner and decided to take this space. Why not? Everyone had been watching MasterChef. Though for some reason, they liked Pete the most. And I said to them, well, okay, popular culture, whatever, so what's your stance on memes then? I mean, obviously, we're all photographed, officially, unofficially, and then I've probably seen all of our faces, like digitally stitched onto another body. And then an ideological statement, you know, a cruel joke upon a pornographic fabulation captioned with things like, pussy magnet, pussy magnet. And then the Queen, demurely, Queen of England, demurely and quickly replies, she's a dog lover myself. And then everyone erupted into laughter. I've always fancied that I was hilarious, but if I could be a little more dry, ludic, perpetually repressed until I tip out, then, well, maybe the internet can be a place for jokes and dissociation. I doff my cap to the Queen. The topic was changed. No, but my understanding of monarchy is with what seems to be the symbolic care that I struggle to entirely conflate with imperialism. And now that I know these figureheads, and now that I know these figureheads in person, in a personal way, my sugar mama's camera roll washed through with photos of us chewing, speaking, well, on MasterChef, airing in the Commonwealth of Australia, they freely toss around names like Ice Cream Queen, Pasta Princess, Teen, King of Quenelle, Dumpling King, Pancake Prince. A few weeks ago, this made me furious. Like, I thought, stupidly, this serves imperialism. This is reinforcing everything about the casual monarchy, hierarchical system. And then my mind flung to realize that the notion of mastery operates in the same sphere. To be technical, to be master chef. So, I realized that MasterChef serves imperialism and that it augments and makes sinister food culture. It goes effective, food as family and memory-driven, to offer new, authentic voices, a platform for the multicultural stew of untasted flavor, the foam of dilettantism and virtue. Butcher the carcasses, brown the bones, and prepare a stock. I'm dirty. Can you better resist reproductivity? Can MasterChef still succeed without the competition and the single trophy and prize? Millennium approaches. This time I play the angel. This means that I am beloved. Playing the angel, this means that I am innocent. This means I am powerful. This means I am a messenger.
I'm Corgi, a dog who flies a plane. Imagine my posture then. Dexterity and slumping, alert shoulders. It seems I'm talking to myself, but I have a headpiece in. A day at the airport, terminal chow. I'm outside the plane, weaving between the rungs of jet blast deflectors. I scarper up and down these ramps, that hot air and dust streams of jet plane exhaust, damaging or injuring property. Will I get blasted off the tarmac? Evading exhaust. Does no one accompany me?
Animals don't care about clothes.
I'm against privacy. Hold it against me.
Okay, go off. I'm an angel who insists on proving that I can dance, that there's replication in my body. Hold that against me.
Drifting linden pollen. Night flowers, marigolds, lilies. Round rocks which border a bed of plants. 3 citadels make a maggot-free edifice for smiles with the simplicity of Italian plaster.
Did you ever walk through a public park and realize it didn't belong to you?
I play in the park. I don't walk through it. I get walked sometimes. Leash laws, shit bags. You see people who think that they can pay for anything to go away. They think they can soar above things and don't realize they're still on a flight path. I mean, harsh glances. I snarl and throw my body to them. I mean, they're never going to be ancient like us.
Will you read me my story?
I'll record it as a voiceover. Parrots calling from trees. We're cycling in the park to my favorite distillery. And boys throw water bombs at our wheels. I skid and screech. My brakes do. Hey, what are you doing? I say to the boys who say, throwing bombs. And I say, do you understand how dangerous that is? I'm on a moving vehicle. One says, you want to meet the person who threw it at you? Do you want to punch him in the face? You ask me why I didn't say yes. Your parents called you sport. You're the boy that my friend's son will grow up to be. Your thin chest beaten by a motorcycle chain as you skip rope on parquet floors. I'm listening, through you, to music that I used to listen to. Silver chains, silver, silver, chrome, chrome, chain. It was love I thought I felt for you, worried about the double chin I'd have with a slack neck as I fell asleep, telling you how beautiful I found myself, and hoping you'd tell me you found me even more so. I want to stop writing about myself with so much hatred. Any part of you can sit in my body. My body, an empty garage. Ramps and skid marks. Mostly access or traces of it. Everybody's on public transport. Off the roads, you know? How is it that we can't get through? Is it these overalls? Is it your mouth filled with cum and dripping down the coat sleeve? It's been a cold winter. Do you feel chill? The moon continues in its sky like a nipple on the clear chest of an underwear model, smiling from a catalogue. In every gloss could be a reflection of a camera. Do you want to punch him in the face? You asked me why I didn't say yes. The model wears a leather harness. On his shoulder, a Corgi sits, holding the harness chain in teeth. Pause showing us how easily the master's skin indents.
It's a light beyond any I've ever seen.
A love letter.
It's blinding until he calls me up. Call me up to the attic. Call me up. Call me up to the.
The master chef garden places edible plants and natives in a spiral. It forms the entrance to the industrial space made renewed, Renaissance arches. They make a palazzo. It's night. There's a challenge of cooking with raw coals. The spectacle better burns at night. I fly planes to see cities and the country like they show in a map. It's worth every hour of work. It's worth it. Plus, to me, words don't matter. I really see this like a map. When I fly, I hold my body like this, so I can touch all the necessary gears, things.
And I radiate. It's a trick just to fill my void. Light from another place. When you turn, it's like all the light that hits me turns its photons on. Alien fingers about my navel to your cornea. And when I speak, it's like I'm the color and your space. You and the color. You and the color. Blue is the color. You and the color. With a nice power kind of neutrality. A witch with a peanut allergy executes the performance. We're all bodies with hands, he says. The garage door rises, and the taxi arrives. still damp outside. Teens sizzle on a park bench while the city bells ring across the river. They laugh at each other and rock in their t-shirt, white shorts, grey hats, and black t-shirts. I doff my cap to them. For sure, courtesy. And they say something like, "Rock on, that lady." The bells stop ringing, and I time market. The monk shut shoes, and his right face. A man slowly approaches. The sun is hot. He eats a small slice of beef curry with 2 hands. So his fingers shape a slice, and I can't tell the toppings. Then he passes, and I continue to watch him in his elliptical progression. His shirt reads B-O-U-S, a nervous monotype that flies across his lower back. There. And on the front is written, "What we are is a crime, but if it is a crime to love, for the God who made me live made me love, let us live and love in a carceral state." I turn to face the water. I've moved on from my obsession with sunsets. I'm fist deep in darkness and light now. Your coaxes, tropes, white collar work, counting in sunsets, park birds, robbers all of love, missionary positions.
Hey, can you do the next bit? Because I don't think I want to do it in front of the audience.
Sure, that's fine.
That's cool.
Yeah. We're near the end. It's wet up here. Okay. So this is a Corgi monologue. So bear that in mind, it's not supposed to be me doing it. But it is, yeah. This actually might be the last time we do it. I think we're gonna get rained out properly tomorrow. I'd put a camera quite frontal as well. Or yeah. It hasn't begun yet, don't worry. You can move. A stopover. Alicante, Spain, which is etymologically a city of light. Lucentum, the Romans called it. Today I've traveled with baggage. I have to wait. The lights at the baggage claim dim if there's no one walking. And there's no one walking. So it's dark while we wait for the handlers to get us our bags. I relish in the smiles and nods of a job well done, for I had taken the plane into a smooth landing that merited the applause on the runway. Despite the distancing of flight mode, I suppose we're on the plane together for hours, and that means a form of solidarity. There's a piano in the terminal that invites play. No one's playing it. A sign indicates that the baggage trolleys are disinfected regularly. Trolley users are afraid of germs. The promise of regularly doesn't inspire any measure of accuracy in me. And even though we're waiting for a kind of forever, the cleaner isn't seen coming. We're instead struck like ricotta by the muslin of police asking people for their papers based on appearance, meaning there's strange shit that passes through and stuff that gets held up. Ricotta, police, the tariff for cleanliness, the cost of assumptions. Stowed away in Alicante, I stay at a friend's house. I stayed there before. I have keys. I think 100 people do. I mean, it's weird. I never know whether I will arrive for a glass of wine or walk into a circle jerk. My friends are all men, of course. There are huge paintings leaned against the walls. Well, huge compared to me. I'm so tiny. I nudge at some with my paws and bark at what they depict. The kids' room has a play area with a BO-LPG market, a scale model where you can pretend to refill non-existent cars with non-existent petrol. There's a farm stand painted onto the facade as well. Carrots, turnips, beets, kale, pickling liquids. There are 2 small beds. I like to sleep in one of them. Everything seems a bit damp at the moment. This time, I'm there alone. The light is nice. I go to the roof to speak with the angel. It's been grey, and the blankets drying on the roof are sopping wet. They were left there for me a week ago. Dry and soaking, drying again. Don't worry, I'm using other ones. This strange sun seems impassive. It probably was. Sometimes when I fly, I chase the moon across the continent and its borders. At night, we tilt the wings so the passenger's collapsed jaw is silhouetted against a glitter curtain. The city lights in aerial view as a backdrop. Suburbs which slope in a diffident way, altered to what I knew, cities of natural roads and tempered glass. The angel flashes forward to a future where a geyser runs through it, pushing away something that's already crumb. Holy matrimony, poor reflection. His body will always be glamorous, meaning that it is held to a system of values. A dollop of currency, getting a QR code as tattoo, lurid acts of showing yourself. 2 days into the stay, another friend of the host arrives. The friend has a balding head and always keeps a t-shirt on his tidy body. The hair wisps at the top. He wears colored boxer briefs and sandals. The rest of the house has Missoni towels and Corbusier imitation furniture. Very appartamento, circa whatever. No judgment. The friend barely pays me attention. This confuses me. I'm a dog. Reason exists more as a state of concept than reality. Emotionally, I struggle to hold on to reason. I ask him if he'll join me for dinner. He agrees, and we walk to my favorite restaurant in Alicante. The handsome waiter is so handsome that it's a pleasure to be served by him. How he smiles, you just want to tip him. It's in small talk between him and the friend that I learned that I'm sitting with a choreographer. And we're being served by a practitioner of capoeira. Together, without me, they wax lyrical about how important expression is to them. And they become less interesting to me, much less interesting to me. When the waiter leaves our table to bring my favorite treat of smoked butter and a really fresh bread, the choreographer tells me that he's in Alicante to meet with a fire breather who he wants to hire for his next work to function like a clock. The waiter returns to the table, galvanized by his own resolve to be charming. I tell them, since they're together now, that my interest in taking to the skies, as a pilot, is to make dimension as flat as possible, to see the world as similarly as possible to a map. We talk about plant-based cooking. Standing so far from me, at the corner of the world, with clouds in my view, I build my stairway to see more clearly. Mountain beasts claw at his feet, but he's just stardust, more like an angel here. The eyes, it thickens. Watch as we glow further beyond into the next world. We step up, we step up. sky. And disappear. Again? No, not a... I can do better. That's not better. One more time. Yeah. Mattias? Maybe you play the long note? Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.